Cek.
Oh, ini nyala.
Cek satu, cek. Baik, bismillah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami ucapkan selamat datang dan ahlan wa sahlan di Bintang Pelajar Islamic Boarding School. Selamat datang di Aisc 2024 di babak final speech competition. Baik, selamat datang kepada para peserta yang telah hadir. Kami mohon untuk bisa menunggu sebentar karena kita masih menanti peserta yang lainnya. Untuk para peserta yang belum absen, silakan boleh absen di bangkofan di belakang. Bisa langsung saja. Ya. Kami mohon untuk bisa menunggu sebentar lagi karena ada beberapa peserta yang akan tiba.
Cek. Cek 1, 2, 3. Cek 1, 2, 3. Cek 1 2 3.
Baik, bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Gimana nih para peserta? Udah siap belum buat tampil? Siap ya? Oke. Jadi kami ingin mengucapkan selamat bagi para peserta-peserta yang telah lolos ke babak final. Masya Allah, video-videonya keren-keren semua dan kalian adalah dan teman-teman adalah peserta-peserta terpilih yang akan melanjutkan ke babak final dan menentukan para juara 1, 2, dan 3. Pertama, perkenalkan, nama saya Zidan Al-Rashid Nofikri sebagai penanggung jawab lomba speech ini. Dan saya akan memperkenalkan juri-juri kita. Di sini ada Mr. Aji dan Mr. Putra. Mereka berdua berasal dari Impact Indonesia yang di sini akan menilai karya-karya teman-teman. Baik, akan saya bacakan teknis dari lomba speech ini di babak final. Jadi kami akan memberikan batas waktu 7 menit bagi para peserta untuk menyampaikan speech-nya. Dan apabila melebihi waktu 7 menit itu, kami akan memberi toleransi waktu sebanyak 10 detik. So we will give only a maximum of 7 minutes and we will only tolerate 10 seconds. Apabila melebihi 7 menit, maka kami akan mengurangi poin sebesar 2 poin untuk setiap detiknya. So we will decrease the points by 2 points for every second over 7 minutes. Dan apabila sudah mencapai 7 menit 10 detik, maka kami akan memberhentikannya secara paksa. So if it reaches 7 minutes and 10 seconds, we will have to stop it ourselves. Dan di sisi sini akan ada timekeeper and flag holder. Jadi ketika pidato teman-teman dimulai, so when your speeches start, the flag holder is going to hold up a blue flag. Jadi flag holdernya akan mengangkat bendera biru. This is going to indicate that your speech is started and that the time from the timekeeper has started recording. The next flag is the yellow flag, bendera kuning, yang akan mengindikasikan bahwa waktu telah tersisa 1 menit. This is going to indicate that you have only 1 minute left to end your speech. If any contestants end their speech in this time, we will give an addition of 5 points. Jadi kalau misalnya ada peserta yang mengakhiri pidatonya pada waktu golden time ini, kita akan memberi tambahan 5 poin. The next flag is the black flag over here, bendera hitam. This is going to indicate that the time for the delivery of the speech is over. Jadi ini akan mengindikasikan bahwa waktu untuk menyampaikan pidatonya sudah berakhir dan akan dimulai pengurangan poin. Jadi buat teman-teman, jangan kaget ya kalau misalnya ada tiba-tiba yang angkat bendera gitu. Itu cuma untuk mengindikasikan waktu. Baik, jadi teman-teman yang akan dipanggil namanya boleh langsung ntar menuju stage-nya lewat bagian kanan saya sini dan masuk lewat sini akan saya berikan mic-nya. Sebelum itu, saya absen terlebih dahulu ya. Yang pertama, Azin Fatah Anas. Belum datang. Daniel Ananda Syamsuddin. Belum, cuman absen. Jadi yang di absen boleh nyaut aja. Raise your hand. Oh, hadir, oke. Rayhan Kenzi Avando. Okay. Muhammad Faiz Anhar. Muhammad Dafi Syarif. Nuh Anaki Afdol. Muhammad Darel Putra Nugraha. Oke. Ini yang baru hadir. Oke, jadi kami tidak memperkenankan untuk para peserta meninggalkan ruangan sebelum babak final sudah habis. Jadi bagi yang ingin izin keluar mungkin ke kamar kecil, boleh izin ke Bang Kofan di belakang. Akan ada Bang Kofan yang menjaga di belakang, itu dia Bang Kofan. Jadi yang mau ke kamar kecil boleh izin ke Bang Kofan di belakang. Baik, tanpa mengulur waktu lebih lanjut, langsung saja ya para juri kita mulai untuk peserta yang pertama. Untuk peserta yang pertama kami panggil atas nama Daniel Ananda Syamsuddin. Kepada Daniel kami persilahkan.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Daniel Ananda Shamsuddin from class 7D in IDN boarding school. And today, I'd like to tell you all an important part of society, social media. Today, I would like to tell you all an important part. Today, I would like to tell you all the impact it does on teenagers nowadays. So, we all know social media, right? Who doesn't know stuff like X, aka Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Discord, Facebook, etc. They can be used to chat with friends, see the news, or watch your favorite TikToker/YouTuber. So, I would like to tell you the impact it does on teenagers. Here are 2 stories I've read about this topic. The story number 1. A girl was all alone in her birthday, and her parents were at a cinema. She did something unthinkable. She put her birthday invitation and address in online. Then when her parents came back, they were shocked. People were smashing windows and vases. And now, story number 2. A teenage guy went on Facebook and wrote that his job was so boring. Later on, when he went to work, his boss told him, "Clearly, you don't enjoy working here. Find a job that's more enjoyable for you." Then he was fired on the spot. Anyways, so now you saw the bad impact on teenagers nowadays. Let's see stories that you saw from the internet where social media helped people. So, this one time, a guy was walking, minding his own business. After that, he was locked and kidnapped by a man. But he was recording live on Instagram. So, he was found easily from the video footage. Plus, the kidnapper was identified and arrested. And the second story. So, a guy was really having a lot of trouble in math. His teachers, his parents, his siblings all tried to help him, but with no avail. Then he went through YouTube tutorials and Instagram math hacks. And after that event, he became one of the best math students in his class. Oh yeah, one more example. This event happened to me. So one time, I was trying to upgrade the game I made, but I keep failing over and over again. Then I decided to go through YouTube tutorials. And after doing that, I became better at game creating. Keep in mind that the social medias can have random facts that we probably wouldn't need in life. Example, I went on YouTube one time and there's this video that taught me how to pronounce hippopotamus monstros quadrilaphobia. Or the fact that I learned a lot of SEPs from social media. Like I said, there's a lot of useless facts on social media online nowadays. Well, I guess that's all from me. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Baik, we say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Daniel for the speech. After this, we're going to give a 1-minute break for the judges to conclude. untuk peserta selanjutnya atas nama Raihan Kenzi Avando, kami harap untuk bisa mempersiapkan terlebih dahulu karena sebentar lagi akan kami lanjutkan. Baik, langsung saja ke peserta berikutnya. We call the next contestant by the name of Raihan Kenzi Avando. Kepada Raihan, kami persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raihan Kenzi Avando from IDN Boarding School. Today, I want to talk about a subject that is close to the hearts of many of us: the impact of social media on teenagers. As we dive into this important topic, I urge you to reflect on your own experiences with social media and consider the profound effects it has on the younger generation. Social media has transformed the way we communicate, share information, and connect with others. It has become an integral part of our daily lives, and its influence on teenagers cannot be overstated. From Instagram to Snapchat, TikTok to Twitter, the digital landscape has evolved at a rapid pace, presenting both opportunities and challenges for our youth. Let's first explore the positive impacts of social media on teenagers. So, platforms like Facebook and Twitter have provided a space for young people to express themselves, share their passions, and find like-minded individuals from across the globe. Social media has facilitated the formation of communities and has empowered teenagers to advocate for causes they believe in. Moreover, it has opened doors to educational resources and so many again. But however, as with any powerful tool, social media comes with its share of negative impacts. The constant seeing of carefully chosen and often not real images can make teenagers feel not confident and also feel not good enough. Also, cyberbullying, a widespread problem in the digital age, has caused immeasurable damage to countless young individuals, leaving emotional wounds that can last for a lifetime. The addictive nature of social media, coupled with its potential to disturb sleep pattern and mental well-being, has caused immeasurable damage also to countless young individuals. While the challenges posed by social media are significant, we must work together to address them. It is very important that we educate teenagers about being a responsible digital citizen, focusing on the importance of empathy, critical thinking, and online safety. And so, in conclusion, the impact of social media on teenagers is a complex problem and a many-sided problem that calls all of our attention. And we can solve this problem by fostering a culture of empathy, knowing, and digital responsibility. And maybe that's all from my speech. Thank you for your all attention. And sorry if there are many mistakes in my speech. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillah. We say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Rayhan, our contestant, who has given an astounding speech. So while we wait for the next contestant, I'd like to give a few points on this topic myself. So as teenagers, we are a people who are growing emotionally, and that can be very unstable sometimes. Couple that with social media, where you see all kinds of things on the internet, that can lead to many problems, such as insecurity, like our contestant said, wounds that can last a lifetime. So I advise each and every single person here to be careful when scrolling through social media, to mind your words, what you say on social media, and what you see on social media. That's for me. All right. And so for our next contestant, I'd like to call by the name of Azin Fatah Anas from SMP Al-Wafi IBS Depok. To Azin Fatah, time and place is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azin Fatah Anas from Al-Wafi Islamic boarding school. This time I will deliver a speech about the dangers of internet and gadgets. We know that technology helps the student like us to communicate with more people, even with those who live outside Indonesia. This will assist a student to make a relationship which will be beneficial for their future careers. Technology increases student engagement and motivation in the learning process. Teachers use technological devices such as in-focus screen in the classroom to make the learning process become less boring. Students also can access journal or ebook in website which available online. But there are some buts. Not all of the impact caused by technology are positive. Technology can be very dangerous if we cannot manage it. Moreover, nowadays, students are equipped by a mobile phone. Mobile phone is very personal, so sometimes it's quite hard for parents to supervise the children. So instead from waiting the adults to supervise you, I want to warn you because I'm sure that you're adult enough to see what's right or wrong for you. The technology development offer you many applications that you can download it on your mobile phone, like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Pad, and many more, and so on. But do you know that that application might be dangerous for you if you cannot manage it? Many malicious things spreading through the internet, such as porn, gambling, and terrorism or cyberbullying. And also there are some media that's spreading a hoax to play off against a group into another group, or we can call namimah. Our Prophet ﷺ said, "La yadkhulul jannah namaman." It means will not enter the Jannah the people who like to play off against each other. And they're also named FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. This thing is when we feel that someone's life is better than us and they have an experience better than us. This thing happens to many students like us. They forget that Allah said, وَإِذْ تَعْزَنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرَتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَئِنْ كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. So remember when your God proclaimed you, if you're grateful, I will increase you in favor. But if you deny, indeed my punishment is severe. So we can learn from this Quran and Hadith Dalil. Remember, if you think this world is like a prison, is like a prison, yes, because our Prophet said, "Ad-dunya sijnul muslim wa jannatul kafir." Syukran, this is all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, we will give a 1-minute break for the judges to write down the score before continuing. Alright, we say thank you and jazakumullahu khairan to Azin Fatah Anas from SMP Al-Wafi Depok for giving the speech. So for our next contestant, I would like to call by the name of Muhammad Dafi Sharif from SMP Pesat Kota Bogor. To Muhammad Dafi Sharif, time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable juries, all the quantities, and my lovely friends. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise is due to Allah, the Almighty God, who has given us mercy and blessings until we can attend speech competitions without any obstacles. My name is Dafi from SMA Pesat, and today I will deliver a speech about the impact of scrolling TikToks and rules to the teenagers. Bismillah. Who doesn't use social media nowadays? Do you? So, social media is a term for internet sites and apps that you can use to create content that you have created. Social media also let you to responds the contents, the others that can include picture, text, reactions, or comments on posts by others. That can add links to informations. Online sharings within social media sites help many people stay in touch with friends or connect with new ones. And that may be more important for teenagers. Friendship helps teens feel supported and play a role in forming their identities. So it's only natural how that social media use might affect teens. Social media is a big part of daily life for a lot of teenagers. In Quran Surah Al-Ashr, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Meaning, exalt those who have faith, do good, and urge each other to the truth, and urge each other to the perseverance. This verse is talking about time. Do you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind us how precious its time is? And TikTok and Reels are taking most of our time. And based on research, and watching TikTok gives us negative and positive impact. While social media has always made teenagers more creative in their ideas and thoughts, they have learned a lot of new things on social media, which help them understand how to make something creative. On the other side, TikTok's videos are only a couple years old. But imagine what does this mean for children who are being raised as digital native. There are a lot of reasons why Chinese government banned TikTok. They have much simpler versions of the app, but they allow maximums of 40 minutes of users day. All overnight is banned. And even they recognize this danger. Ladies and gentlemen, a big question arises of us. With the problem facing above, how we overcome this problem? How do we need to help teens to manage their time on TikTok? Well, I think we need to set boundaries and stick to them. They need to remind people that they will need few to enter of the internet or TikTok content their lifetime. Like alone one night, she suggests setting a social media bedtime before you actually plan to fall asleep. Second, create an inventory. Everyone responds differently to social media, so it's important to access your personal need for your boundaries. It is not the fact that social media is only negative things, but the negative impact, it's outweighing the positive impact. Social media is having never ending power to attract people to themselves, and they don't even realize they are getting trapped on the daily basis. At the end, it can only be said that social media usage is not limit, or usage is to be changed into positive way. But when the only society when delivered, it's very important to get the teenager out from this, because they are future for our country. If they would move toward wrong way, our country is at stake. In conclusions, every coin has a head and as well as a tail. Everything in the world has negative and positive impact. It always to advise the parents should play effective role in keeping on check on the teenagers. They should maintain themselves so they don't fall prey to false scams. The inability to communication technology will deliver in dosing youth. Well, I think that's all my speech for today, and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, we say thank you and jazakumullahu khairan to Muhammad Davi Sharif for the speech. Next, I'd like to let you all know, from the speeches given to us, that social media is very dangerous, yet it can be very useful. Depends on how you use it. You can either use it to improve yourself or destroy yourself. As someone said, by social media, someone can earn their Jannah or earn their Jahannam. So I'd like to remind all of us here today to please be wary on how we use social media. Right, without stalling any further, I'd like to call upon our next contestant by the name of Ghazanfar Ayash Ismail from SMP Rabbani Islamic School. To Ghazanfar, time and place is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hey nak, no more games. Abang, enough. Give your eyes some rest. Gaza, how many times I've told you to leave your phone already and take a bath? You and me, teenagers, we are common with those remarks. At least once in a lifetime, we're being scolded because we spend too much time using our phone. What causing teenagers like that? Yes, mostly social media is the cause, and surely there are impacts of that phenomenon. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His blessings and guidance that has led us to the best way of life, namely Islam. Prayers and peace be upon of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and on his household and companions. Ladies and gentlemen, amongst the audience here who doesn't have account on social media, name it Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, and still many more. At least we have one of those. And most teenagers even have than one accounts. The most important questions about social media is whether it will give us good impact or bad impact. Did you remember last year when TikTok shop banned due to protest from some merchants at Tanah Abang and other offline marketplaces? Will it change the world? Big no. The world will always move forward to make our life faster and easier. There will always be adjustment despite the protests. New platform to replace the old platform. Then, what does it have to do with our topic today? Well, there have been lots of research and studies to examine both of good and bad impact. But then, it is what it is. The impacts will always be there. What we can do is to use the social media wisely. We can use it to study, to add friends from all over the world, to access unlimited information, to add our knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said at the end surah Al-Mujadalah ayat 11. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Yarfa'illahu alladhina amanu minkum walladhina utul ilma darajat. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. Allah will surely raise those who believe among you and those who have knowledge by several degrees. Allah is aware of what you do. We can also share good contents to others as our dakwah. Hadith said, Man dalla ala khairin Man dalla ala khairin falahu mithlu ajri fa'ilih. The one who tells another about a good deed is like the one who does it. Narrated by Muslim. Last but not least, don't let social media make us lost and less proud of our identity as Muslim teenagers who will be the future of Islam. And instead of the remarks that I tell you in the beginning of my speech, we shall make our parents say, "Hey nak, this is your new phone. I trust you with this gadget. Get a higher score at school and access more about Islam." That's all I want to say. Sorry for any mistake from me, and thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, we say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Ghazanfar Ayash Ismail for the speech. I'd like to make one comment about a point that Ghazanfar made on his speech, and that is losing your identity as a Muslim on social media. So nowadays, a lot of people, they like to follow a trend, a specific trend that's going on, and sometimes that can lead to losing yourself, losing your identity, forgetting who you are. So I advise every single person here to not blindly follow every single trend there is. Filter everything you see on the internet. Do not believe everything on the internet. That's from me. And the judges? Okay. All right, for the next contestant, I would like to call by the name of Nuh Anaki Afdal Ramadan from SMP Bintang Pelajar Islamic Boarding School. To Nuh Anaki, time and place is yours.
Bismillah. Hi friends, I have some items in my pocket. Can you help me to differentiate them? Is it beneficial or dangerous? Okay, let's move on. Our first item is cigarettes. You all have to be with me. This is dangerous. Okay, let's go on. Our next item is a book. I can write my knowledge in this. So most of you, I believe that most of you will think this is beneficial. So do I. And the next thing that I brought is a knife. This is dangerous, but if we use it wisely, it can be beneficial. So for now, I'll put it in the middle. And the last thing that I brought is social media. This is just like the knife. Can be beneficial, also dangerous. But before we go on, let me introduce myself. My name is Noah from Bintang Pelajar Islamic Boarding School. And let us all be grateful to what God has given us. And I appreciate the judges, the participants, the viewers that are here to attend this speech competition. Okay, let's move on. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and more. 5.3 billion people all over the world are using the internet. And almost 5 billion of them are social media users. Facebook alone, this thing, Facebook, alone has 3 billion users, and most of them are active every single day. In a research, it is found that the older teenagers get, the time they spend on social media is more. For 17 years old teenager, the average time they spend on social media is almost 6 hours a day for boys. For girls, it's almost 7 hours a day. So what time do they take to use social media? Is it the 8 hours of sleep that we all need, or the 12 hours of productivity? Well, let's dive in. So, the way we use social media is really important, especially for the new teenagers. Why? In a study that I read, it is said that the first and second year of puberty is when the body of a human has the most growth physically and mentally. And we don't want us, as the new teenagers, to watch social media, the bad things, the pointless things, and yeah, something like that. Why? Because the thing that I watch develops into the mind, becoming personality and also a habit. Another dangerous thing about social media is death. Wait, what? Death? How? Well, I'll tell you. There are many factors that support this, and I'll give you two. The first is cyberbullying. In a research, it is said that cyberbullying increased the suicide attempt by 8.7%. And the other thing is jealousy, that started off from influencer who shows off their perfect life, that they have heaven in earth, and that makes people jealous, and their mentality goes down until the point of suicide. We all can see that social media is really dangerous. But if that's so, can we still use social media for our daily activities? The answer is yes, as long as we watch the good and the beneficial things, like maybe educational videos, or tips and tricks, or motivational quotes and videos. And we, as teenagers, I know have some stressful times, like exams. In time like those, it's okay to use social media to relax yourself. Maybe like watching funny cat videos, cooking videos, a view of nature, because that really helps us to relax ourselves and make us more focused. And how do we avoid the dangerous things that are on social media? Well, actually, it is very simple. You see a bad video, skip it. No hate comments, no dislike. Why? Because if you watch it too long, the YouTube or the algorithm thinks that you like the video, and videos like that shows up on your algorithm. And if you find a beneficial video, watch it until the end. Like it to support the creator, and share it so people can too benefit from it. Maybe that's all from me. Everybody, have a nice day. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Right, we say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to our brother Nuh Anaki for giving an astounding speech. Before continuing, I'd like to ask each and every single person in this room a question. If you agree to it, raise your hand. Be honest and don't lie. Who here has a phone? Has a phone? A mobile phone? Okay. Who here has Instagram and TikTok on their phones? Who here likes to scroll on Instagram and TikTok whenever they have free time? Who here spends more than 3 hours a day scrolling? Who here has stayed up late at night scrolling through pointless content on the internet? To be honest, I do usually do this. So this is a very bad habit. And from what Nuanaki said, this is a very unhealthy habit, so it needs to stop. So to anybody here who still spends a lot of time scrolling through pointless content and staying up late at night, please stop this. All right, so continuing on, I'd like to call upon our next contestant by the name of Muhammad Faiz Anhar from SMP Al-Minhaj Al-Subhahaba. To Muhammad Faiz Anhar, time and place is yours.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Esteemed judges, teachers, and fellow participants, what if social media becomes an important part of our daily lives? But before I answer that question, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Faiz Anhar. I'm from Minhaj Sohaba Middle School. Back to the question. Social media will bring various benefits. It also carries sets of challenges that we must address, especially for younger generations. Firstly, we must acknowledge the positive aspects. It has revolutionized communication, enabling teenagers to communicate with friends and families across the globe, fostering a sense of interconnectedness. Additionally, social media serves as a platform for self-expression, creativity, and the exchange of ideas, allowing young minds to develop and explore their identities. However, as we delve deeper, it becomes crystal clear that the use of social media among teenagers has raised concerns about its potential negative impacts. One notable concern is the effect on mental health. The constant exposure to people who seemingly have perfect lives can lead to feeling low self-esteem and even anxiety among teenagers who may perceive their own lives as inferior. Now, dear audience, there's another critical issue, and that is the effect on genuine relationships. While social media facilitates online connections, it can also contribute to a decline in face-to-face interactions. They may be spending their time in virtual spaces, potentially compromising the development of essential social skills and hindering the formation of genuine relationships. Moreover, the prevalence of cyberbullying has become a pressing issue. The anonymity provided by social media platforms can embolden individuals to engage in harmful behaviors, affecting the mental well-being of teenagers who fall victim to online harassment. Now, to address these challenges, and as well as to conclude, we must collectively take steps to promote digital literacy and responsible use of social media among teenagers. Parents, educators, and society at large must guide our youth on navigating the digital landscape safely and understanding the potential consequences of their online actions. Now that we've uncovered the impact of social media, it's time for us to act. Let's be the change we want to see. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey, we say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Muhammad Faiz Anhar for the speech. There are many good points that made. The points about people feeling inferior and self-esteem, that is a very big thing on social media. That's another reason why we have to be very careful about the content that we consume online. So for the next contestant, I'd like to call by the name of Atar Muhammad Ar-Rashik from SMP Al-Minhajus Sohaba. To Atar Muhammad Ar-Rashik, time and place is yours.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, teachers, honorable judges, and esteemed participators. Did you know that about 60% of population in Indonesia actually spends about 21 hours a week on social media? Well, before we dive even deeper into the speech, I'd like to thank you the opportunity to speak before you today. And I would like to introduce myself. My name is Atar Muhammad Arashik, and I am from Minhaj Sohaba Middle School in Bogor. And in today's speech, I would like to delve into a topic that holds great relevance in the lives of our Indonesian teenagers. And that topic I'm talking about is the impact of social media in teenagers in Indonesia. To begin with, let's understand what the social media means. Social media refers to interactions among people in which they create, share, and exchange information in virtual communities and networks around the world. And with that, let's acknowledge the positive aspects. First off, social media allows Indonesian teenagers to connect not only with friends and families locally, but on a global scale. This creates opportunities to diverse cultures, exchange ideas, and broaden the worldwide view. However, we cannot overlook the potential negative impacts. Excessive reliance on digital communication may lead to a decrease in face-to-face interactions, which affects the potential of development in interpersonal skills. Second, the positive aspects on cultural influence that social media exposes Indonesian teenagers to diverse other cultures and global trends, allowing them to broaden their perspectives and embrace diversity. However, we often see that most Indonesian teenagers that are influenced by global trends, that doesn't align with our local values in our country. Third, social media is the information of the world. Information, news, education content that provides opportunities for learning and awareness. While social media is a source of information in the world, the spread of misinformation and the potential for harmful and appropriate content pose risks to the mental and emotional well-being of Indonesian teenagers. To wrap out our discussion on the impact of social media Indonesian teenagers, social media offers numerous benefits for them. Although it is crucial to address the negative impacts by improving your digital literacy. Continue assessing your social media habits, and you find that certain platforms or activities are not contributing positively, adjust your approach and experiment with new strategies. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak before you today. I want to thank you for your participation, time, and attention. Let us create the use of social media into a better way and positive and productive activity that aligns with our personal and professional objectives. Safe travels. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Atar Muhammad Ar-Rashik for the speech. There were many valid points that were made. And for the next contestant, I would like to call upon Muhammad Kaisar Ash-Shawqi from Fitrah Islamic World Academy. From Muhammad Kaisar Ash-Shawqi, time and place is yours.
Did you know that in Indonesia, over 70% of teenagers are active on social media, with platforms like Instagram and TikTok being extremely popular? In fact, Indonesia ranks as one of the top countries in terms of social media usage. This widespread use makes it essential to understand the impact of social media on Indonesian teenagers. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm standing in front of you to talk about the impact of social media on teenagers. First, let's talk about mental health. With so many Indonesian teens on social media, they're often exposed to a world of perfect images and lifestyles. This can lead to feelings of not being good enough or thinking their lives are not as exciting as others. Such comparisons can cause stress or even depression. But remember, social media has its positives too. It is a vibrant space where Indonesian teens can express their unique identities, connect with friends, and explore communities. It is also a platform for them to engage with social and environmental causes, showcasing the active role they play in shaping societal discussion. When it comes to friendships and social interactions, social media has transformed how teens communicate. While it is great for staying in touch, it can also mean less face-to-face interaction, which is vital for developing social skills. Additionally, issues like cyberbullying are a significant concern as they can occur more frequently in the online space. For example, posting mean or untrue things on social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook, or even Instagram as a way to publicly hurt the person. In terms of education, social media's role is double-sided. Indonesian teens have access to a vast array of information and global perspective, enhancing the learning experience. However, the distraction it poses can impact their focus and academic performance because most of them spend more time on social media. So, what should we do, ladies and gentlemen? The key is finding a balance. We need to guide our teens to use social media responsibly to learn, connect, and share positively. Equally important is ensuring they take time away from screens, engage in real-life interactions. We must come together as a community to create a healthier digital environment for our teenagers in Indonesia. My name is Muhammad Kaisar Ashauki from Fitrah Islamic World Academy. Thank you for listening, and let's work together to create a healthy and balanced digital environment for our teenagers in Indonesia. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to say thank you and Jazakallahu khairan to Muhammad Kaisar Ashauki for the speech. Before continuing to the last participant, I'd like to appreciate every single one of the contestants for making those astounding speeches. Each and every one of you, your speeches was great, it was wonderful. I'm sure you all put in the time and effort into making those speeches and to delivering them. And I hope that after this speech competition, every single person here does not stop participating in speech competitions. I hope that you all keep on trying to increase your experience in public speaking because this skill is a very, very expensive skill. And yeah, that is from me. On to our final contestant, I'd like to call upon the name of Muhammad Darul Putra Nugraha from MSW Al-Basam. To Muhammad Darul Putra, time and place is yours.
Your Excellencies, the committees, the honorable juries, and all of my beloved audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him we are able to attend this contest. Secondly, salawat and salam always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had brought us from a darkness to this bright modern era that we live in today. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the judges for giving me this very special opportunity to compete in this competition. Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Muhammad Darel. I am from Al-Basam Islamic Boarding School, standing here before you all to deliver my speech. I hope you all are feeling as amazing as I am right now. To be honest, I'm a little nervous, but I'm not here to tell you about what I'm feeling. Instead, I will tell you about something that refers to online platform and technologies currently in our era that enable users to create, share, and interact with content. Yep, something that we know as social media and the impact on us as a teenager. Dear audience, social media facilitates easy and quick communication despite distances from one another. It's a simple and easy approach to interact with them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us a goodness for using social media if our intention in doing so is to follow the commandment of the hadith. Dear audience, many teens use social media. Many teens use social media for be creative and to be learned some of cool things. But my mom said to do not overuse the social media. Why? Do you want to know? Of course you must. In fact, 95% in this world have this. Not the case, but what is insane. The phone. 95% in this world have the phone. And they will check it all of the time. And then, my mom said, do not overuse social media. Why? Because it will make you get a sleep depression. That will make you a sleep depression. Why? Because I always use social media before I sleep. Like what MC say, I will open the TikTok or Instagram and then I see the reels. Scroll again, and make me addicted. Right? Is that right? Of course that's right. And then, social media can make us lack of social connectivity. Why? Because we always focus our mind in socialization in online, right? Of course. And then we forget how to socialization in real life. Like this. For example, I always play social media. And then I take a rest from my phone. I go out from my room. I'm walking and I meet my friend. I greet him. P. No. He say, my friend, what are you doing? If you want to greet me, say Assalamualaikum. Not P. Not like that. It's not how to be greet. If you want to greet someone, say Assalamualaikum. And then my mom say, I will get cyberbullying. In social media, I can be bullied or I am a bully, like that. But Allah has warned us in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 11. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم. Which means, all you believe, do not let one person make fun to another people's, for there must be good from them. Well, I'm Muhammad Daryl. Thank you for kindly attention, and I beg your pardon for any mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, we say thank you and jazakallahu khairan to Muhammad Daryl for the speech. And by that concludes every single participant for the speech competition. I'd like to say thank you to all of you for delivering astounding speeches. Each and every one of them were good. And yeah, I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope that after this competition, every single participant here continues to participate in other speech competitions to increase their skill in public speaking. So before closing the finals of this competition, I'd like to give a few words myself. And the first is, keep on practicing public speaking. Keep on increasing your experience in talking in front of an audience, because this is a very important skill if you want to excel in the future. And the best way of improving is to gain experience. That's the best way of doing it. put yourselves in situations where you are forced to talk in front of people, because this is the best way of doing it. And an advice from me for speech competitions is try to find some meaning behind what you're talking about. Have a feeling of wanting to give something to the people by your speech. Because by doing that, you're forcing yourselves to think critically, to think of a way, oh, I need to give something to the people. And that way you're going to force yourselves to find a way to speak in a way that people are going to understand you better. And the next is, be careful with social media. A reason why we here uplifted the theme of the impact of social media on teenagers is because it is a very, very big topic for teenagers, because the years of the teens is very crucial years that are going to determine a future of someone. By social media, you can either destroy it or improve it. Looking back at history, there were many great people who used their time wisely. Because by social media, the problem isn't only in having low self-esteem by looking at other people, or maybe by losing your identity by content that you're not filtering. Another problem with social media is wasting time. I mean, there was a speech earlier. There was a point made that an average somebody spends 21 hours a week on social media. Imagine what you can do with that time. I mean, with that time and focus, you could learn a new language. You can be the class topper at your class in school. I mean, looking back at a few hundred years ago, when social media didn't exist, people used their time wisely. I mean, from the Sahaba, Usama bin Zayd, he was 14 when he was appointed to be the general of the Muslims' army to fight against the Byzantines. 14 years old. King Baldwin IV, he was coronated as the king of Jerusalem at 13, defeated Saladin's army at 16. What are we doing at 16 years old? Scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, looking at pointless content. Mehmed II of the Ottoman Empire, or Muhammad al-Fatih, he was appointed as the general of the Ottoman army at the siege of Vienna at 14. What are we doing at 14? So by using social media, it's a choice. Do we want to be of those who fail, or do we want to be those who actually make it and make something of ourselves? Because if you know the potential that you can achieve with social media, you can achieve anything. There's lots and lots of information just put out there. It's basically free if you put the time and effort. So I want each and every person here to realize that if you put the time and effort, if you make the right choice, you could be somebody great. And also, be wary of social media, because if you don't use it wisely, it can destroy you. Right, so that's maybe all from me. Again, I'd like to say thank you to everyone here for the speeches. It was each and every one of them were amazing. And yeah, that is all from me. We hope to see you again next year. Okay. Photo. Okay. And also we'd like to thank all the judges, Mr. Aji and Mr. Putra, for grading the work. And right after this, to all the contestants, I'd like to hope all of you to stay in the room for a bit, because there's going to be a bit of a session right after this. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. how pleased we are. I think this is the real propagation of Islam or the da'wah itself. So I think we should be ready then to propagate Islamic teachings or Islam religion to all other countries, because this is the key, the language itself. And technically, I think I've seen a lot of the issues, but then in general, some tips start from the I see. So it's more like your observation. And then go with I think, and then go with your I wonder. So I think I've seen those 3 steps of I see, I think, I wonder. So I think that is the crucial one of the critical thinking. Even in Bahasa, even in Arabic, we need to see those. So keep expressing what you see and also what you have as your opinion on it, and then go further with your research. And I'm happy most of you got the ground for what you say, so that's more like what I think, but then it's not always about you, but it could be also about what's been happening. So I think I'm quite pleased with this. Of several competitions that we've got, I think this is a lot more touching, because we've got those teaching of Islam as well, apart from the values itself. AI is coming, so that is the real enemy. But then we have to engage them. We have to engage this, and so is this social media. So I think we need to keep analyzing, observing, and also have those issues of balancing, like what you've mentioned, all of you. I think that's it from me. All the best for you all, and yes, stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you.
Hi, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mr. Putra, as one of the judges from Impact. So yeah, I did not expect that I need to speak in front of you also. Now I'm the one who is nervous. So yeah, actually all I want to say is I appreciate all of you. It takes a huge courage to stand on the stage, because many years ago I've been there. I've been in speech competition, I've been in debate competition. So yeah, I appreciate all of the competitors right here, and I appreciate all those ideas that you gave. It's so, I don't know, inspiring, and it's also mind-opening, and I think that is all from me. I've got not much to say, so all I want to say is I appreciate the courage and the creativity that you put on the stage. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well, I say thank you to Mr. Aji and Mr. Putra for the words that have been given. So right after this, kita silahkan untuk para peserta agar bisa bubar dan kembali. Bagi para peserta yang lagi lapar nih, yang lagi pengen jajan, di situ kita ada bazar yang dimana banyak dijual makanan di situ. Jadi yang pengen jajan kami persilahkan. Bagi yang mau stick around untuk lebih lama lagi, boleh. Banyak ada tempat bisa nonton lapangan basket di situ, atau mungkin nonton panahan. Dan di situ bagi yang ingin di sini sampai sholat zuhur nanti, kita ada masjid Imam Syafi'i, masjid kami persilakan untuk bisa sholat di situ. Dan setelah ini, baik silahkan. Again, I'd like to say thank you, and I appreciate each and every single one of your works. Thank you. We hope to see you again next year in next year's IESJ. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the wind and the waves be in your favor. Assalamualaikum. For the announcement of the champions, inshallah, we will announce them tomorrow morning. That is all.